Okay, today we are discussing the deployment strategy. Okay, one of the deployment strategy they are going through like blue green deployment. Blue green. So meantime, I'll create a human cluster. Okay, I mean self-hosted cluster, a simple cluster with one master node and one partner node. I'm choosing Ubuntu machine and machine type T2 micro, sorry, medium. Use the key pair. And here I am choosing my, uh, we have a couple of uh, ports for master node and worker node. So I already created that node for master. So I'm choosing the master. See, master and launch. Maple. Okay, it's done. Same way, we need to set up the worker node. Here we need to choose the port number for worker node. Okay, I'm choosing my worker node security loop and launch.
So I have a question.
Yes.
What are the ports that you have allowed in the security group? It's like a regular HTTP or any other ports?
Wait, I'll show. These are the ports I am enabling for master. I mean, this is for master and this
Okay,
is for worker.
I have this list. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes. Now I'm going to connect with my master. Same way with the worker. Okay, and calling the application for installing Kubernetes something. Self-hosted Kubernetes. Running the common script for both of machine. Both are done. So coming to master, we need to run the master script. Okay. Master data switch. Done. Now we need to create the token. Okay. To access. I mean to add the node. Kubedia token. It print join token. Print join command. It will shows the joining command. So this is a good join command. Paste here. And this node has joined the cluster. So I'm verifying kubectl get node status actually. Yeah, this is on. I need to. Okay. So our current cluster is done. So coming to deployment, okay, I mean the strategy. Uh, yeah, we are going with the blue green, okay. So there are several strategies there, canary, blue green, AB. Uh, yeah, as per our requirement, we need to choose corresponding strategic mode, okay. So today we will cover this model, I mean hands-on. So actually I would show the hierarchy, okay. What is blue green model? Basically, this is a model. I mean, this is a strategy that we are following uh, some scenario. Like I will say, I will explain a scenario that there is one application there. Okay, the V1 application. So we need to after some time we upgrade the thing or we fix the application or there is no release or anything like that. You need to change that version one application. Consider that the existing application is version one. Okay. So we need to change to version 2. But this application is in production environment. Consider that, okay. So we didn't face any downtime. Okay. I mean, switching application, there is no downtime because users will affect the, business impact or anything like that we need to face. So that there is no downtime when we are switching the application. I mean, V1 to V2. So that we are using these types of strategies, deployment strategies. So coming to blue green, there is no downtime. That's why we are. This is called a production environment strategy. We called us. So how this happen? This is our application version one. Okay, app version one, running application. Okay. So this is the application. Consider this is the application or web application or anything. This is currently running in Kubernetes. Okay. And we have one more advanced, I mean, the advanced version of this application, app v1, okay. That may be bug fix or any new upgrade or anything. We got a new version app, that is v2. Okay. This is not in consider this is not in our Kubernetes cluster. We need to onboard this application and do the things, okay. So this is called Brew. We call this version one as Brew or Brew deployment. Okay, this is Brew, that's all. Yeah. And our newly, I mean, updated version called green. Is green. Okay. So basically, the traffic flows like how the traffic flow. There is a service, right? We create a service for the application to access. There's a service. So the external access, I mean the workflow, how we access the application. Okay. First hitting the service, then it will redirect the traffic to the corresponding application. Right. I am the user here. Okay. Consider I am the user. a remote user, I need to access the abc.com. That's the application. Okay. abc.com. So abc.com in here. Okay. abc.com. So first I am hitting the traffic, then it goes to the corresponding container. Okay. That the container runs the application abc.com. This is in a pod. Okay. The version application. This is in a pod, running in a pod. Okay. So this is the running scenario. Okay. There is a Kubernetes cluster and there is one application running in a pod and there is one service. Okay. To access the application. Here we in service we will we will choose the type pass not pod or dot bands. Okay. As per our requirement. In our case, there is no load balancer, so I am following with the non-pop. Okay. Pop. Okay. So the blue part is done. So whenever we have a new version of this application, like application version 2, okay, so we called as green deployment, okay, or green. Then what we'll do, we will onboard this version 2 in same way, okay, in our cluster, okay. For example, this is our cluster. So app v1 or app version 1, app v1. There is a replica set of 2 node. Okay, consider there is 2 node for v1. Then and one service for v1. So then we will add this version 2. Okay, the same way. So there is again 2 node for the v1, v2, sorry, and a service for the v2. Now in our cluster, both applications there. Okay. So different way we can access the application. Like again, there is a service connection. Sorry, there is a service for accessing this v2. So after onboarding the second version 2 of the version application version 1, we have after successful onboard, okay, successful onboard, we ensure that the version 2 application pods and container are running and healthy. Okay, ensure that. Then we will do, we need to switch this application v1 to v2. Got it? How we switch? Switching this service. Okay, we don't bother about this service. We change this service. Okay, this service to, we pointing that service to our newly port or newly version application. Here we need to remove this service connection. Okay, got it. Then the traffic. Someone accessing the application, there is going like this. So there is no downtime. At the same time, we are switching the application v1 to v2. After we routing the all traffic to the version 2, we are facing some lag issue or anything, we can easily roll back this v2 to v1. So in Blue-green deployment, easily roll back. Okay, that's one of the another benefit. And the downtime is, there is not downtime here, easily roll back. And some drawback is because here there is only couple of code. Okay, some production will have 100 or 2000, 200 of ports of microservice application. So for that scenario, it will complex, okay, to, create in here, you see, we need to create a same resources again, right? There is a V1. So this for V2, we need to create same thing. And after we redirect the traffic to the V2, successfully redirect, then we can remove this thing, okay? The version 2 port. Here there is 2 port there. So we can remove this port after successful transition from V1 to V2. Got it? Anyone have any doubt?
I have a question, sir.
Hmm.
So if the V1 is in the one pod, so V2 is in the same pod and it is
No, no,
in
no,
the
no.
other pod.
We create same thing. If V1 in 1 or 2 port, okay. So same way we need to create V2 as same when we create how we create V1. So there is the replicas of the V1 port, okay. Consider V1 have 2 port, then all services are done, all are access the V1 application. So then we need to onboard the V2. So V2 have same 2 port and the service all the same thing. After we need to switch, okay, successful onboard of the V2, then we need to change the traffic from V1 to V2.
Then it is on the same node. These pods are on the same node.
That's like in our case, it all runs same port. Same port or not.
Node I am asking.
That will be decided by the scheduler. In coming to manage it, like EKS, it will distribute different nodes. In our case, I'm only configure one node, so all the ports are in single node.
Single node, right? Okay. Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, can we you said node port at the level of service. I didn't follow that part. Can you re-explain that for me?
Which one? Service, right?
Yeah, node port for the service. I don't know. Can you give me more explanation on it? Node port, the port. Node port at the level of service.
Yes. For example, through we need to configure a service for exposing the application, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I created 2 service for different application. Here I have V1 and I have V2. So the same way I need to create service for both. So in my case, the external IP, the type is not port, okay. There is different types there, like cluster IP, load balancer, not port, right?
Yes.
So I didn't choose load balancer because my self-hosted, I have self-hosted Kubernetes cluster. So for self-hosted, I didn't configure the load balancer. So I am choosing not port to access the application externally.
Okay. So in order to switch it to green,
Yes.
the second application, we needed to switch the service for the
Yes,
application
but yeah,
to the service two.
yes. For application the V2, we create a service, but that for accessing the application is running healthy. Then we need to switch. The traffic goes like this. After switch, the traffic is hitting the same service. Service of blue. Okay. Then sending, routing the traffic to green.
Okay.
The main concept here is switching. Switching traffic to the version 2.
Okay.
So how we switch, we will demonstrate in the lab.
So, North port is for internal communication, right?
No.
Here, what is the internal communication like between V1 and V2?
For internal communications, Kubernetes cluster have one type called cluster IP.
Cluster IP,
For
okay.
external connection, there is two way we can set up the external connection. One is load balancer and one is node port. Coming to node port, there is no load balancer. Okay. For test purpose or development purpose, we are going with node port. Okay. So how we access through node port? Copy the IP of the node, public IP of the node, and there is a port. We will get a port. Okay. Sorry, a port for accessing the application.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Coming to load balancer, our application is load balancer by some external load balancer. So it's a production level thing. So I'm going to create deployment. This is my blue deployment. Okay. So I have some code. I need to, yeah, this is my application code. Blue. Okay. This is a kind word deployment and metadata blue. I have two replicas, two port. Match label is blue. All I mentioned blue, okay. Container name is blue. This is my image, okay. This is some public image that will demonstrate how the traffic will switch, okay. So I'm choosing one of the public image. Then port number HTTP, name HTTP, and the container port is 80, protocol is TCP. Okay. So I am going to deploy this application. Okay. So kubectl apply and mention the file name -f. The file name is blue deployment YAML. Hit enter. See deployment.apps blue deployment created. So see kubectl get all. So in our case, these are our ports, okay, replicas, two replica. So we got two port. This is port 1 and this is port 2. So inside the port, there is one container that is 1 by 1 is ready and the status is running. Okay. And leave this. Okay, this is Kubernetes default service. See service Kubernetes. For this application, we didn't apply our service thing. So this is our deployment for this deployment because our kind is deployment. So in our deployment, there is two by two. The 2 by 2 port there and is up and running all things. And the replicas. In our application, there is two replicas there. That is this state is 2, current state is 2, and the 2 state are ready. If I delete one of the thing, it will automatically create, okay, because our desired state is 2 in YAML.
Hello?
Yeah.
When did you create the service? Did you integrate that into the YAML file? I can see service Kubernetes cluster IP there, but when did you create the service? That come automatically, or you have the file integrated already with the
For
YAML
service.
file?
You mean for
Hmm?
service, right?
The service Kubernetes cluster IP.
This is
10.
no. This is default one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So for this application, I'm going to create a service. Okay. So
Okay.
same way I have the YAML file. So nano, I am creating blue service. Okay, blue service .yaml. So this is my service code. Paste it here. So same way, okay. This is the kind service, and name is blue deployment. Label blue deployment port IT. Same way port IT. Here you see the selector. This is how this service integrate with our corresponding application. Okay. So just note this, the selector, and type is not port. Okay. In my case, I'm using not port, or if I am using load balancer, just I'm to change it here as load balance type is load balancer. And for load balancer, we need to provide there's a format. The first letter of load balancer L is capital, and the balancer load balancer B is capital. Okay. Same way you see not port N is capital and the port is capital. Port P is capital. So save and exit. Now I am going to apply the service kubectl. Apply file name. This is a file name. Enter. See, service blue deployment created. Okay. Here I am going with kubectl all. So under service, there is before only service Kubernetes there. Okay. Now one more service there that for accessing our application. So see the type is not port, and the cluster IP is this is a cluster IP. Then yeah, there's no external IP there. And here we have one port number, right? I mean, this is the external port number to access our application. And we need to using this machine, I mean the worker machine public IP. Because this application runs in this machine, okay? I'll show you kubectl get port. See, this is our two application port, okay? And this is a node where the application 0.192. So look, this is a IP of our master, sorry, worker. So this is my worker machine, copy the public IP. Paste it here. Then copy the port number. Hit enter. See, this is our blue deployment, okay? All traffic. This is just a demonstration because the traffic hitting only the blue deployment, okay? So the same way I am going to deploy. And now this is our scenario, okay? I mean, our V1 is successfully deployed. Okay, V1 is there. Version 1 is done. V1 blue done. And we have one service connection for accessing. I mean, there is a service connection for blue. Okay, now this is a way we are accessing application, right? Like this. So same way I am creating these two for green. Because we need to onboard that green, right? So same way we need to create a YAML deployment for the green, nano, green, deploy. Okay, I'm just dip, that's fine. Green dip, YAML, hit enter, green dip. So I'm choosing the same application, okay? I mean, not same application. Yeah, you can choose both. Copy, paste. For this, I'm providing service and both in the single YAML file. And here I will change, okay, because this is for the blue. So I'm changing the metadata name as green. All blue I will change as green, okay. Green. Then again here, green. And the container name as green, okay. And the image, okay. This is a public image that is running in a Docker. So when we are running the application, it will pull the image and run, okay, actually. So there is one more image there for green. So I'm choosing the green. Yeah, green. And yeah, well, here we need to how we separate each thing using 3 dot, okay, not the in my case there is 4 or like that. So ensure that only 3 dash, otherwise our YAML didn't work. And coming to service, okay, same way we need to change as green. Fine, all green, right? Green, name label green, image green, green deployment green. Okay, fine. Save and exit. Now I'm going to apply the green dip YAML. I mean, this is the version 2, okay? See here. File name. Copy. See, for blue, I mean for the new application, the version 2 green, we called as green, and the service and deployment is created. So kubectl get all. See, now we have same, see the port count is 4 and there is 2 service connection, and yeah, there is 2 deployment and replicas there. So coming to blue, I mean the version 1, there is 2 ports, right? Coming to green, there is another 2 port and service. Then how we will access the green application using the green deployment service IP, I mean the port, okay. So yeah, we can copy the same IP because that application is in the same worker node. So this is our green, and I'm going to paste the IP here. Then copy the port number. So the port number is C. For green, the port number is 30377. Copy and paste. Hit enter. See. So all traffic hitting the green, right? Here see, all are green. Sorry, blue. This is our version 1 and this is our version 2. Right. So successfully onboarded the version 2. Version 2 green successfully onboarded. Okay. So we need to ensure, because this way we will ensure all things that the application is running healthy and our ports are running. Okay, everything is done. So how we will switch the traffic? Any idea? As of now, we have different application and different IP, different port number, all things. So we need to switch the application, right? Because now the application is only pointed to the version 1, right? This version 1, I mean the blue.
Ashimi, can I stop you, please?
Sorry?
Yeah, can you show me the IP? I didn't see the IP where you copy the IP from. Either in a blue, in a green,
Yeah.
I mean green
Green deployment IP the same way. I mean, where our application ports running. In our case, there is only single node. So my node is this worker, K8 worker. So I'm copying the public IP of that machine, this machine. Then I will, see for application version 1, that is blue. Okay, for blue, this is my port number 32351. So how I access the application? Using my node machine public IP with the port number. See.
Okay. Thank you.
Now,
Okay.
now I can, same way, there is another port for the green. Okay. So I'm providing the same IP because both applications running in the same node. kubectl get ports. Right. See, the blue and green is running in the same port. 192. So this is my 192, 10.0.192. So I can access the both application using this port. I mean the worker node public IP with these IP ranges. I mean the port ranges. If I deploy another application, then I will get another port number. Okay. So just change the port number as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. So green is our version 2. Okay. Keep in mind. Yeah. So we need to switch the application, right? Now the traffic like this, okay. I mean the production application users are accessing. Still our users are accessing V1. So how we will switch the application? I mean switch the traffic to V1 to V2. An idea? Now how we access the V2? Through the service, right? V2 service, green service. Okay. This is another service and we choose different port number as well. So the traffic coming, outside traffic coming like this and hitting in V2. This is not our requirement. Our requirement is the traffic hitting V2 through this service. Okay, so that we need to change it to V2 like this. Instead of this, we need to remove this connection and hitting the connection to this. So that's a simple thing. I mean, just open the Blues deployment service. Okay. deployment service. And there is a selector, okay? I mean, each service, when we creating a service, we need to choose the selector, okay? What is the role of selector? It will select the corresponding deployment file, right? So, cat. This is a service for Blue deployment, okay? I mean the version 1, copy. So this is the deployment code, okay? So here the name is Blue deployment, label is Blue deployment, and all things. Then coming to selector, okay? Selector, the name is Blue deployment. So here the service, now there is a Blue deployment there. So that's my service connection. I mean, how the traffic goes through, okay, through the node port. So I am going to change the selector and change as green deployment. You know, so this is my service for the Blue. I mean the version 1. Keep in mind, and just to go to change the selector as green. Got it, and save and exit. Okay. Now I change. See, this is more. This is a version 1. So how do I change? Just to go to there, I change the thing. Okay, and then I need to apply the service again. kubectl apply. Send the file name. Okay, hit enter. See, now it's configured. Just to hit or come here and refresh. You don't need to refresh. I think it will automatically just refreshing. See, it's changing, right? And hitting only to green. We'll see after a couple of minutes. All blues are removed and the greens are there. I mean, the version 1 is remove and only hitting to version 2. This is called Bloom Green Deployment Strategy. Got it. Consider this is a simple, I mean, visualization. If the application is different, okay, say web application and everything, same way we need to provide the details, okay, the name, label, selector, all the things. In my case, I'm just provide the green or blue like that. And after, yeah, now it's successful. I mean, the traffics are coming, hitting the newly version. Then it will, I mean, we will at this phase we need to face some issues. I mean, the bug issue or I like application is loading. I mean, properly not loading or any kind of issue. We can easily roll back from this version to version 1. That's one of the benefit. How we will roll back? Any idea? Because our new version application have some issues or anything, because that application in production, okay, the users facing some issues when accessing application. So we need to change to our previous version, right? Because our previous version is robust or it's running successfully. So we need to quickly roll back our application to the previous version. How we will switch? Nothing, just using the same command and change the
change green to blue, right?
right. Yes. This is called very easy rollback, okay? And again apply, and just go, and yeah, see, we are successfully rolling back, hitting version 1. Again, I am going to change to version 2, okay? Because after some time we will fix, right? Fix the version 2, I mean the green. So again, we need to run again, coming again. See, to switching again, right? To green.
Sir, how do we know whether it is in green or blue? Is there any thing that we can identify?
Sorry?
So how do we understand whether the application is blue or green? Which one is showing?
In this case, you can see, right? Our, I mean, this same port number, we are accessing the blue. Then we will switch to green. So this is a green. See here, our green is parallelly running there with the other, I mean, this port. See the port number. So here, this is the port number of blue. Leave this thing, okay? This is firstly on board, and this is how we switch to V2. So here we can easily know, because the visualization is green, and this, we can see the switching thing. I mean, the green, and the green goes away, and sorry, the blue go away, and we can see hitting all the things as newly version. Coming to production environment, that's your question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, coming to production environment, we can see the application, right? I mean, the latest application, it may be changed. That, I mean, the user interface always change, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Now we are successfully switching from V1 to V2, right? So in our case, see, some ports are there, right? I mean, the previous ports, kubectl, get out. See, the blue deployment ports are here. So we need to remove the ports, right? Because this is utilizing our resources. So we need to remove the ports. After successful deployment, I mean, onboarding all the things. In our case, we can consider all the things are done. So after that, we need to remove the thing. Okay, this is, I think this is a blue deployment Yammer, right? So we need to delete the kubectl, delete. But we need to delete, so we need to provide the file name. Copy, hit enter. See, our application is deleted. I mean the version 1. See, the first two deployment ports are terminating, only running our green deployments. And I'm accessing the green deployment in the same blues, I mean the version 1 service. Got it? See, in my case, only 2 ports there. So now we are successfully switch from V1 to V2. Got it? Any doubt? Anyone? Yeah. Okay. So now you will get idea, right? The blue deployment, blue game, all of you.
My question is this.
Hmm.
So is this the best way to switch it to version 1 to the version 2? Or do you have other, I mean, I know we have other deployment strategies, but is this the best one? I just want to know.
Sorry, once again.
Yeah, I know we have other different deployment strategies. But
Yes.
is the blue green the best way to switch from version 1 to the version 2 in the
Yeah.
Kubernetes?
Yes, there is not downtime also in coming to blue green. Yeah. And
Okay.
yeah, coming to the question, okay.
Okay.
So what's the question? Again. Coffee?
He's asking, is this
Yeah,
the
please.
best
What's the
methodology?
question? Sir, what's the question, please? I didn't get what the question. What was you asking?
Didn't get your question actually.
Yeah, I said what was you asking? I get what you said, but I think you were asking another question, but I didn't get it.
Can you text it in chat? Or anyone can explain? Anyone get the question?
No, he was just asking like what blue and green is the best methodology or compared to other methodologies. That's what his question was. I think you answered that.
Okay, I mean, for example, okay, how we choose this strategy, okay, that's the question, right? So there is some scenario, okay, as per the scenario, we need to choose corresponding strategy. For example, there is a small application and we have couple of pod, okay, I mean 10 pod or below 10 or 15 pod, okay, that's a scenario. So our application is production environment, we boil it to production. For that case, we can choose in blue-green deployment because we didn't face any downtime, okay, when we switching the version 1 to version 2 or version 3 to version 4 anything. So that we are using, we are following blue-green deployment. So it's just switching the application from one to another. And we can easily roll back. For that scenario, we can follow with the blue-green deployment. Then another scenario, like we have lot of pods there, okay? I mean, 15 board or like that. So that scenario, we couldn't go through this thing. I mean, the Bluegene, because you just assume that we have 15 pod, okay, for the version one. So when we are going to Bluegene, we need to create the same 54 for the V2, right? After we need to deploy, I mean, routing the traffic to V2. Then after we will remove the V150 ports like that. So that's the resource utilization mode there. So that's not suitable for if our application has a lot of port or container. So for that scenario, we choose another suitable strategy model like Canary or anything like that.
So are there any defined number of methodologies or strategies, or there may be many?
No, commonly we are going with the, I mean, common strategies models are Bluegreen, then Canary. Canary is, we are following Canary because we can, we can divert the, I mean, we can divert some subset of users to the Canary version. For example, we have 100 traffic, okay, there's 100 users there, 100 users are accessing our application, and we created an application version 2, okay. I mean, there is we create some code, okay, for application version 2. Then we redirect subset of users, I mean the percentage of some users to the new version. I like if the user count is 100, we divert 25 users to the newly version, and we monitoring the users experience, all the thing is done. I mean, the Canary newly version is good, and then we add more, I mean, provide more traffic. I mean, in case of 25 users, then we need to add more users, like 50%, then 75%. Then finally, we route 100 traffic to the Canary version, I mean, the new version. Then we will decommissioning the app version 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Using Istio service mesh, we can do the Canary easy. That's Istio is one of the open source service to secure our application, I mean, Kubernetes cluster. Any other doubt? All fine, right? Then I will text the application code, okay, in our group. So just to go through that using, just to spin up a Kubernetes machine, I mean, self-hosted machine like configure to machine and do the script. I hope you all have the script, right? Or I will share the script.
Yeah,
you
can
can-
you share the GitHub URL?
Share it in the chat, right? I mean, the WhatsApp chat I will share. The
Yes.
script and the code, okay. Just to go through. Okay. Any other doubt or any question? Otherwise, we can wind up. Everyone? All are fine, right?
Yes, sir. From my side, yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
fine.
good.
What about the previous, lab? All are tried, right? I mean, the Kubernetes. I didn't share the code, right? I will share that too. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay then.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir.
Bye. Bye all.
Thank you. Bye.